What are the strangest Ottoman laws? Between oddity and wisdom. The Ottoman laws are among the most intriguing and often strange legal systems that have raised numerous questions due to their peculiarities and sometimes their contradiction with modern logic. The sultans of the Ottoman Empire established these laws in response to social, religious, and political needs at different periods in the state's history. In this article, we will review some of the strangest laws that were in place during that era, attempting to understand their dimensions and justifications. During the reign of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, 1520 to 1566, a strict law was imposed prohibiting anyone from approaching the royal harem without prior permission. This law aimed to protect the privacy of the harem, reflecting the Sultan's view of women and the upper classes as symbols that could not be touched. This law was considered strange from a modern human rights perspective. In the 17th century, the Ottoman state imposed taxes on some religious celebrations. This law aimed to fund the military and the Sultan's council, making certain religious events a source of income. Although this law applied to celebrations in different regions of the empire, it caused public outrage as many believed that religion should not be exploited for economic purposes. During the reign of Sultan Abdulhamid II, 1876 to 1909, the state implemented a law requiring citizens to obtain official permission before traveling within the empire. This law was intended to maintain internal security and protect the state from potential threats, but it was considered one of the strangest laws in modern times due to its restrictions on freedom of movement. In the 19th century, smoking was widespread throughout the Ottoman Empire, yet some sultans sought to curb the habit among the elite. Sultan Ahmed I, 1603 to 1617, issued a law criminalizing smoking in public places in an effort to preserve the image of the empire and protect it from external negative influences. This was seen as strange in a society where tobacco use was flourishing. In the late 19th century, Sultan Mahmud II, 1808 to 1839, enacted a law prohibiting women from entering taverns. The law aimed to control social activities within the Ottoman society, preventing the spread of immorality and moral decay. While the law seemed reasonable in terms of preserving public morals, it faced significant opposition from other social classes. In the reign of Sultan Murad IV, 1623 to 1640, there was a strict law imposing the death penalty on anyone participating in public riots or protests against the government, even in times of peace. The Ottoman government viewed this law as essential for maintaining political stability and preventing rebellions. Many considered this decision cruel and unreasonable in an era of popular movements against oppression. During the Ottoman Caliphate, a law was enacted that required soldiers who married women from the Sultan's harem to wear a specific veil while engaging in battles. This peculiar law was seen as a symbol of loyalty and respect for the harem. It reflects how personal identity and religious beliefs were intertwined with military life in an extraordinary manner. In the 18th century, a strict law was enacted that prohibited any woman from marrying outside the prominent families of state officials, particularly ministers. This law was believed to help maintain the ruling family's power and prevent the mixing of bloodlines between influential political families. This law raises questions about the traditions of governance and inheritance during that era. Ottoman laws remain a subject of study and interest, as they reflect the empire's desire to maintain its social and political stability. Despite their oddness, these laws were a reflection of a specific period and the circumstances that governed those times, making them an essential part of history, whose impact continues to be studied today.